Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Call It Crew, and welcome to another episode of Short and Sweet. And this time, today, we are talking about health advice I wish I took sooner.
Ooh, yeah.
I have one that
Yeah.
immediately comes to mind.
Ooh, what is it?
Well, back in the day, I did love in tanning bed.
I cannot say that I never went to a tanning salon.
Not only did I go to a tanning salon all the time in my early 20s and late
Oh,
teens, I would do the thing where I'd walk in and they'd have like a little sticker you could put on yourself, like a little
yep.
Playboy bunny.
Mhm.
And you're like, where am I going to put it? Stick it on. And then you take it off. You'd be like, oh, cute.
Oh my God. I did not know this about you.
Did you not ever do the Playboy bunny sticker?
You're saying that as though it was normal too.
Listen, people out there are listening and they're like, they remember the sticker. They did.
Okay,
And I was like, oops,
I need
I'm
you all
naughty.
to pick up your phones. If you're driving, pull over. I need you to just, I need you to, I need you to comment or DM us right now to say who used a Playboy
Look,
sticker when they went to the tanning salon. I just want to know. I just want numbers.
wait. We have, okay, hang on. We can get to that. I did the sticker on my bikini line. Kill me. Yes, you did. The sticker existed. This was when the Girls Next Door was like, that show was on E. It was very popular. And I did a little Playboy bunny like in the bikini line to be like, peekaboo. You didn't know that about me. It's
Yes.
a little surprise, little sexy surprise. I have a tan line in the shape of a rabbit.
Does this absence of melanin in the shape of a little Playboy bunny turn you on?
Yeah. You
Hello.
weren't turned on before, but now that
But
you've seen
now
this, you're
I've got
welcome.
your attention.
This is so tragic.
Michael, by
Also,
the way, if they're that close to that Playboy bunny, well, they're thinking
yeah.
about other things. They've got their attention on something
Yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah, but it's added a little like,
A little wink. She's
do you remember
winking.
like, okay, this is so off subject right now, but do you remember when vajazzling was a thing?
Vajazzling?
I swear it's called vajazz.
Vajazzling?
I swear it's called vajazzle.
I swear I don't actually know who you are right now, but I can't wait to get to know this part of you.
Hang
You
on.
vajazzled?
Bedazzling was when you got like rhinestones and glitter and gemstones, and you did a little crafting project down there as also a
You
little
did this?
surprise. No, I didn't do the bedazzle. I didn't. But I knew people that did a little
I
bedazzling.
don't know if I believe you.
I'm not even sure we're talking about health right now. I'm not sure how good that is for your health.
Vajazzling?
Yeah, I mean, what kind of glue are you using down there?
I'm not even actually understanding how that's happening.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand the technical, exactly how. Like, are you brushing glue on and then like just throwing
Yeah,
some
you
sprinkles on and see what sticks? Shaking it off the rest? I mean, when you bedazzle, there's a bedazzle gun. You're certainly not bedazzle gunning
You're not
down
hot
there.
gluing, are you? I mean,
Oh, no, you're not hot gluing. I mean, I hope you're not hot gluing.
well,
That's
listen, maybe
dangerous.
that we're talking about things we wish we'd known. Maybe someone has
Vajazzling.
health wise. Maybe someone hot glued a vajazzle. Um, anyway, I did a tanning bed. Long story short, I did a tanning bed. I did
Mhm.
they would upsell you on the extra oil that could really give you
Yeah,
skin
yeah.
cancer. And I was
I
like,
think they
I'll
were
take
called
four.
accelerants. Yeah.
Yeah, accelerants to dying early.
Do you remember the smell? There was a very specific smell and like the sound of the fan.
Yeah, but I kind of liked the smell.
Of course you did.
Well, because I walked out and I was like, ooh, little
Yeah.
tropical, little, I don't know
I
what
didn't
that,
do
but I
that
did
so
like
much. I
this.
think I did it in high school for prom. And then I was in a play in New York City in the very dark winter months. And at the end, the last scene of the play is played. I'm in a bikini on
Yeah.
stage in front of all like so many people, which I
Wow.
was horrified about. And then I guess I just channeled my horror into well, if I'm tan, it'll be okay. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did.
yeah.
I during that time I went to the tanning bed. And then that became ew. And then I
Mm.
did the spray tan. But remember when there were there wasn't just like there was no like personal spray
Yeah,
tanning. It was the machine,
it was the
and it would like
machine.
beep 5 times, and then you'd have to turn
Turn.
around,
Yeah.
but you weren't sure which beep you were on. And sometimes you get double sprayed in the front.
Yeah, Matt's gonna kill me. Yes, because that happened to him.
Yeah.
He had to do something, and I was like, I was like convinced him that he should go to a tanning little spray thing, and he really didn't want to. He's like, fine. And then I took him through it. I was like, listen, you got to do the hands, and then the hands, and then the hands this way, turn. And he didn't turn, so we got a double spray on the front
Yep.
and a zero spray on the back.
There's a Friends episode that's very funny about that. Ross goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But that's not
Anyway,
healthy. Anyways, yeah, no, I
anyway.
don't. But when I was younger, nobody was talking about health really. I mean, that's not true.
Mm.
They were talking about it, but it wasn't like it is now.
Do you know the energy drinks that I was drinking? You know me on set. I loved a
Mm-hmm.
sugar-free Red Bull. I'd have like five a
Mm-hmm.
day.
I never liked it. Tasted like cherry cough syrup to me.
Did you ever blink twice if you ever smoked a cigarette? Yeah, I mean,
I finally had to admit it to my kids, so I guess I can
yeah.
talk about it here.
I think the problem is more vaping, and I didn't vape back then.
Smoking's disgusting, and I wish
Mm-mm.
I'd never done it, and I can say that confidently. I will also say that I had a really fun time doing it. But it's
Had a
disgusting, and I
blast.
wish I'd never done it. The vaping takes
Mm,
on a whole nother level of disgusting because
yeah.
someone told me that the oil that's in the vape pens, once you ingest it or whatever you suck it in, it's an oil, and I guess it's teeny 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 micro droplets, but it actually never leaves your lungs. So there's
What?
no shedding. You know how like when if you smoked, they would say like if you don't
Yeah.
smoke for 8 years, then your
Yeah.
lungs like replenish
Yeah.
and those cells slough off. No, with the vaping, the oil stays in your lungs forever. And then someone showed me a picture of what your lungs look like with the vape oil in it, and it was
That's gross.
far from what I would like my lungs to look like. Plus, I think you look so dumb when you vape.
Yeah, vaping looks so, yeah.
I think it looks really silly to be sucking on a piece of plastic.
It doesn't look good.
Mm-mm.
Like there was, I hate to say it, this is going to be controversial, but there was like something almost like very like chic about like a cigarette and a glass of wine. Like it felt
Of
like,
course, Parisian and
Parisian. Yeah, yeah,
if you watch the 90s movies, I mean,
yeah.
like the Brad Pitts,
Yeah. Yeah.
that movie Singles, everyone was smoking and
In
it
Sex and
was
the
Winona
City, it's like,
Ryder.
yes, yes. But the vaping doesn't have, and so like it kind of, you kind of understood like, okay, I kind of see maybe the appeal. Gross, by the way,
Hmm.
disgusting. But the vaping to me, I don't understand at all the appeal.
Mm-mm-mm. But people get super addicted
Yeah.
and then they're stuck in it. It's funny. I mean, it's so everywhere. There's also in the I love it. I like bring up the fucking cuffing season, and now I'm just gonna go off like I know about this too. But they're
Yeah.
the kids these days, the kids
No,
these
tell
days,
me. Yeah.
it's the Zins. Have you heard about the Zins?
No, I don't know what a Zin is. What's that?
It's a nicotine, it's almost like chew, like back in the day, the chew, like it's like a
Yeah.
tobacco that they put in their mouth, but they're called Zins and they sell them. And I think that it's sort of ubiquitous. So yeah, the
Gross.
vaping and the Zins are kind of gross.
Zyn is a brand of nicotine pouches that contain powdered nicotine and flavors, but no tobacco leaves. That sounds so disgusting.
They're very popular. And
Really?
again, I mean, I'm sorry, but to talk about like it's already hard enough to get access to the information about how to be healthy, but then you have all these companies that are coming up with these things like Zins and vape oils or whatever that have flavors like pina colada or like strawberry daiquiri or
Yeah.
bubblegum. And you're like,
Yeah.
how are you not trying to get young people to do that? Of
Of
course you are.
course. Of course.
And
Okay,
then
we
how
have
do you come back from that? And then you get old enough to know that you were such a moron to do it. And it's like, sorry, you're already too late.
yeah, so this is like dip, right? Isn't it called dipping?
Yeah.
Back in the day, like in Texas, I feel like I lived in Texas for a little bit. I remember the baseball players
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
did some dipping. It's the same thing.
This is, I think, a little bit less messy. So they put it in between their gum and their lip, and the nicotine's
I know,
absorbed
but
into the
doesn't that give you
bloodstream.
like gum cancer?
I think it gives you all kinds of cancer. Here's what the Call It Crew had to say about the health advice they regret not taking earlier in life.
Danny, growing up, I had memberships to two tanning bed places. I went tanning all the time. So much regret. In our defense, Danny, this was kind of the social thing at the time. I
Mm-hmm.
understand it.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I know. But there's still, I mean, are you kidding now? And tan lines are back now, which goes back to your tan sticker. But now all the girls, it used to be like you wanted no tan lines just to look like you were just a bronze
Yeah.
goddess or god. And now it's like a real thing to have the tan lines. Even if you're wearing, like, it's actually
What?
cool. Yeah, the tan lines are the cool part. They want the tan lines.
Oh, for God's sake.
Don't
Okay.
you love how I act like I know everything?
You do though. I'm like, no,
I
you're
know.
me. You're me just a little bit ahead of the game. You're on third base. I'm on
Oh,
first. Okay.
goodness me. Okay, so Trey said not understanding or caring about wearing the right bra. I feel
Mm.
you, and it took me a minute to get to that, and it really does make all the difference.
I was wearing the wrong size bra for literally
My
most of
whole
my
life.
life.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like I was shocked. I was like, what do you mean? What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Brittany. Oh no, Sharon, not moisturizing my skin until my 20s. I gotta say it was like my 30s. I really was of the belief that if you moisturized, it would cause oil and you would break out.
What about sunscreen? 20s or
Yeah,
30s?
sunscreen I did do, but moisturizer every day, no, 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 no.
Okay.
And it was also, I gotta say, that really matte look was back in my 20s. Like you didn't
Mm-hmm.
want any
Oh yeah.
shine. You
Yeah, yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
look like the desert, like cracked,
Yeah.
like the bottom of a dry foot.
Yep.
There wasn't any
So
moisturizer
hot.
going on. Yeah, really
So hot.
sexy.
You know, it's also hot having this kind of talk. Not protecting my back. I thought I would be fine and never did anything to strengthen my core, and I regret it. I get that. Try four babies. Are you kidding? I don't even have stomach muscles anymore. I go to do a sit up and it's like
Mm-mm.
it's all neck. I'm like,
It's no, yeah, yeah, yeah. You birth out your spine. That's what they don't tell you. That's what they don't tell you. I feel you. I feel it so bad. Taylor says, not leaving my pimples alone. I picked at them and now have scars. You know what
oh,
I wish we had had?
the zit stickers. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would have worn those and left my skin alone, but we didn't have that. It was the option between like wearing it out on the world or, picking at your skin and then you had some clump of concealer you put on it
Yeah,
after as a
yeah.
soothing balm.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. I like the clear ones. I mean, it clearly looks like something's going on, but it feels a little bit more medicinal. There's these other ones that are like in the shapes of stars and
I love the
hearts, and they're
stars.
different colors. And are they different colors?
Yeah, I got yellow and blue.
If I find it distracting to talk to people that are wearing them, it's just like you have a sticker on your face, and then I have to like quickly process that it's not an elective sticker. It's actually a sticker that's doing some work.
I know, but it's kind of cute though. It's like, oh, I got a pimple. Whoops.
Sure.
Little star.
Haley says drinking way with 14 Ys. Too much in my teens, which is Haley, this bums me out.
I didn't drink at all really in my teens.
No, I mean,
Very
I
rarely.
think, yeah, very rarely.
My
Very
20s,
rarely.
different story.
That's a different story.
I'm trying to think, do I regret it? I mean, would I take back those bottomless mimosa brunches on a Sunday? I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, there's good times. There's good times. There's good times and there's bad times.
I would take away the shots. I would take away taking shots. It's so
Yeah, you just
unnecessary.
yeah, no, I know. No. And
Oof.
also just like the part of me that thought I was in Indiana Jones and like Karen Allen at the bar, just like taking
Yeah,
them back.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
acted like I could do shots. And then
Oof.
my body was like, no, just kidding. You actually cannot.
No, no, I don't think anyone can.
Probably not. And they certainly don't make you, they don't make you better.
They do not. Mills, not taking my makeup off before I went to bed for years. Ooh,
Guilty.
guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I sometimes still do.
I do it. Yeah, I almost did it the other night.
Yeah. Isabel says my posture. I never corrected my posture. What does that mean? It's never too late.
There are these new sports bras that apparently like kind of pull your shoulders
I
back.
got one.
Did you? Did they
Yeah.
work?
Yeah. You definitely feel more, yeah, you feel like your shoulders are back.
Are they uncomfortable?
I don't find them to be uncomfortable. There's one that Taylor Swift used while she
I
was
know, that's
preparing
what
her
I've
Eras
seen.
tour,
Yeah.
the Form bra. And I ordered one and they're quite pricey. Just throwing it out there. And I was a little bit like, oh, it's so expensive. But then I did do a little research on why, and I think that
No,
the science is
it's
there, and I think
worth
that
it.
yeah,
I think it's worth it because with phones and everything, we're all starting to look like vultures.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know, and
yeah.
the double chin, all that,
Oh,
so much
yeah.
fun.
Is your country falling apart? Feeling tired, depressed, a little bit revolutionary? Consider this. Start your own country.
I planted the flag and just kind of looked out of like, this is mine. I own this.
It's surprisingly easy.
There's 55 gallons of water for 500 pounds of concrete.
Everybody's doing it.
I am King Ernest Emmanuel.
I am the Queen of Ladonia.
I'm Jackson I, King of Kapperberg.
I am the Supreme Leader of the Grand Republic of Mintonia.
Be part of a great colonial tradition.
Well, why can't I trade my own country? My forefathers did that themselves.
What could go wrong?
No country willingly gives up their territory.
I was making rocket with the black powder, with explosive warhead.
Oh my god.
What is that?
Bullets. Bullet holes, yeah.
We still have the off-road portion to go,
Listen to Escape from Zakistan.
and we're losing daylight fast.
That's Escape from ZAQistan on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Cena McFarland, therapist, life coach, change agent, who helps everyone from celebrities, athletes, to ex-gang members through their addictions and help them wake up. In each episode of my podcast, we hear inspirational stories. We draw lessons from those who have made it through their addiction and recovery to a better place, including legendary boxer, heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson.
I feel like there's always been a calling for you, something higher.
I don't know. I feel that way as well. But I guess everybody feels they're here for a reason.
Yeah, okay.
Even if to suffer, to help other people understand suffering is not as bad as we believe it is. I believe everybody learns from each other.
Why are you here, you think?
To show people that, anything's possible, we don't give up. Anything's possible.
Listen to The Cino Show on the iHeart Radio app, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey guys, I'm Kate Max. You might know me from my popular online series, The Running Interview Show, where I run with celebrities, athletes, entrepreneurs, and more. After those runs, the conversations keep going. That's what my podcast, Post Run High, is all about. It's a chance to sit down with my guests and dive even deeper into their stories, their journeys, and the thoughts that arise once we've hit the pavement together. You know that rush of endorphins you feel after a great workout? Well, that's when the real magic happens. So if you love hearing real, inspiring stories from the people you know, follow, and admire, join me every week for Post Run High. It's where we take the conversation beyond the run and get into the heart of it all. It's lighthearted, pretty crazy, and very fun. Listen to Post Run High on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Matt.
Can you believe we have a whole bunch of Wicked episodes coming up?
Oh, I can't wait to share all of these amazing episodes with the Readers, Katie's publicists, and finalists.
That's right. We're talking all things behind bringing this iconic musical to the big screen.
And of course, we're taking you inside the world of this epic movie with all the exclusive details you won't hear anywhere else.
It's Wicked in a way you've never heard before. Don't miss it. And be sure to go watch Wicked in theaters starting November 22nd.
Listen to Las Culturistas on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, what's up? This is Ramses Ja.
And I go by the name Q Ward.
And we'd like you to join us each week for our show, Civic Cypher.
That's right. We're going to discuss social issues, especially those that affect Black and brown people, but in a way that informs and empowers all people to hopefully create better allies.
Think of it as a Black show for non-Black people. We discuss everything from prejudice to politics to police violence, and we try to give you the tools to create positive change in your home, workplace, and social circle.
Exactly. Whether you're Black, Asian, white, Latinx, Indigenous, LGBTQIA+, you name it. If you stand with us, then we stand with you. Let's discuss the stories and conduct the interviews that will help us create a more empathetic, accountable, and equitable America.
You are all our brothers and sisters, and we're inviting you to join us for Civic Cypher each and every Saturday with myself, Ramses Ja, Q Ward, and some of the greatest minds in America.
Listen to Civic Cypher every Saturday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast.
Jennifer, not getting checked out for infertility right away. I waited years before getting a diagnosis.
I'm sorry.
I know being informed about your health is just, it empowers you so much. And it's very, knowledge is power. I get that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Beth said, well, here we go. Proof and point. Beth said, I completely regret vaping at such a young age and for so long. Well, Beth, by the way, can I ask you a follow-up question? Because a lot of people are probably struggling with the same thing or might still be in the middle of it. How did you stop? Would love to hear that.
Yeah, we need to know how you stopped. Maddie, never developing healthy eating habits. I feel like I'm going to be overweight forever. This is hard because I've been on I did the South Beach diet, and then it was Atkins, and then it was like, you should be vegan. And then
keto diet. Yeah.
It's just so confusing. There are times when still right now, I'm like, I really don't know what I should be eating. I kind of do, but like what's tasty and I can eat.
I feel like for one of the first times in my life, I know what works for me and I actually feel empowered about eating. But I do think it was a real journey to that point.
It's hard. I'm still in like that, I'm making my kids food and I'm snacking off their plates. It's difficult.
Oh, wait, let me just go back for 1 second and just say, because I do like to just infuse everything with a little bit of hope, is that for Maddie, I do think that never, always, and forever are very not helpful things to say, because it won't be forever. You just might need to keep on at it and trying to figure out what it is that's going to work for you. And I know that it's a very loud world out there in that space. And so everyone's telling you what you should do, but there are doctors that can help and then kind of end up being the hub where everyone comes to dump their thoughts and things that they've tried. So maybe there's a doctor out there for you that can help and be a little more prescriptive as opposed to, no, I'm not trying to say you should like take things or have, do things. I'm just saying like that might be able to say like, this is something that for your body type and who you are and your blood type, like this might work for you.
You know what, Maddie, we're going to get, you know what? We're going to get someone on the pod to talk about this.
That'd be great. I mean, yes, all you hear about is so many different, like the diets, the informations, the GLP-1s, all of it.
Yeah. Let's have someone talk about all of it.
Yeah.
Jesse, I really feel this. I regret the 2000s diet culture getting the best of me. I should have just focused on being strong and healthy. It was all cardio. There was nothing about weightlifting to me that and now I realize that that's what matters.
And the healthiest you can be these days, they say strong over skinny.
Oh yeah.
All day long, strong over skinny. Rita said not getting breast cancer screening in my insurance because I thought it would never happen to me.
That's terrible. I can't even believe that insurance, like that would be something that you could opt out of getting. This is a bigger conversation because this is all about also just like the healthcare fucking system in the US.
Ruby said, I played sports growing up and always forced myself to play through my injuries and I regret it so much. Yeah, I get that. I have that can-do attitude too. I'm like, I'm fine.
I have that too. Yeah.
I'm limping. I'm on the ground, but I'm fine.
Yeah. I've had that too. I didn't play sports as a kid, but I definitely did workouts and did the Barry's boot camp here, which is like insane. And I would do it. I can't. My leg would be broken from the day before.
I drew a line when they came over and touched my treadmill. If one of those trainers touched my treadmill, there would be pure disdain coming out of my eyeballs.
Yes, Barry's Boot Camp. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a bunch of training places here in Los Angeles where you go in. And New York. So maybe across the country, you go in and you do half of the workout is being tortured on a treadmill. And the rest of the workout is like
being tortured on a step bench with weights.
Yeah. On a step. Yeah. So by the time you got on the treadmill, they just upped that speed to 500 miles an hour and you were tied to it. You were handcuffed to it.
There was a period of my time where I would go to Barry's Boot Camp. And at the time, I really loved that show Alias with Jennifer Garner, where she played a spy. And I would imagine myself being her. And like, how could I run like a spy?
Yeah.
By the way, you know how long I can run at 13.0 for?
I've never even seen that number on a treadmill, Jess. I didn't know it could get there.
Well, I've only seen it for 5 seconds.
Yeah. I didn't know that existed. I'm finding that out in this moment.
I didn't either, really. I didn't either. And I've got big boobs. So running like that is just not. Also, guess what? You don't look like a spy. You look not
No,
cute.
I look like I was like trying to find water in the desert.
Yeah.
Like not.
No, I know. Or like you're doing like the Mission Impossible Tom Cruise run.
Yeah.
That's intense, that run.
No, God.
It's all over him.
And I would go to Barry's boot camp hungover too in my 20s. Hungover, show up. I got this.
Did you ever throw up?
Oh, I came close. I mean, I've definitely thrown up after a workout, but I came close after Barry's. Yeah. It's only shame that made me swallow it back down.
Yeah. I think sleep. I prioritize sleep. I know that I'm off if I don't sleep well.
Yes,
and
sleep is important.
I do think that what you put in your body is pretty darn important. And I would also say stress. I do think, as dramatic as it sounds, I think stress kills.
Yeah, I think that we'll talk about this. We need someone on for this too, but like the whole weightlifting.
Yeah. I've been doing that. I've been lifting such heavy weights. You should see me at the gym. I'm intimidating.
No, I know. Meet you in a
don't worry
dark
about
alley.
me over here with my 150 bench press.
Good job. Yeah, no, I'm not doing any of that. I need to. It's time. I've hit 40 and this is the time to
Time to shine.
Lock it down.
Lock in, Camilla, lock in.
Okay, so the Call Cruise inspired us once again. We're going to have someone on to talk about health and diets and all the things and the GLPs and the other Ps,
do re mi's
and
ABCs.
Yes, because let's get more informed on it because I'm still confused about what to do too myself, and I think we all are a little bit.
Yeah, well, and there seems like there's so many now.
There's so many options. So what is good?
So many commercials.
So many commercials, so many options. What does it do? Is it really helping people? I think it is. I think different things are helping people. And so let's get into it. Let's deep dive and see all the risks and all the things.
Okay, right. I love it.
Call it.
Well, thank you very much for spending this time with me.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
All right. Let's call it
the end of the episode.